don't really like ice cream. But they do things that are so extreme, so then they can't end up losing weight. So then what happens is we give up, but then we lose momentum throughout the year. And it just, so it's just kind of this perpetual state of just, I don't know what the heck to do, right? But then what happens is again, if we start losing momentum with something, again, I mean, diet can be simple. Nutrition and health can be a simple thing, but yet we complicate it. But then we start losing momentum. That kind of spills over into a lot of stuff that, like, okay, so we have husband and wives here, but it's like, who's still working on shit they said they do 3 or 4 years ago? You're like, I told you, but it's like when, once you start doing a little bit and then all of a sudden you start getting that progress, it's like, right, we go into the next thing. And then all of a sudden, the next thing gets done. And that's where, in my opinion, where getting a handle on, weight, health, and stuff like that, it starts spilling over into other areas. Like, yes.
How much do you bench?
The truth is, I have no freaking clue.
What do you say?
You know
How
the
much
big
do you
saw?
weigh?
The big saw?
Yeah.
How much do you weigh? Or something?
I say that. I mean, again, I placed sixth. I placed sixth in the nation at Pittsburgh Nationals on the bodybuilding stage just a few years ago. So yeah, but at the same time, when it comes down to lifting, it's like Corey and I lift together. If I can't do it 10 times, I don't attempt it because I don't want to get hurt either. Right. For my kids too, So I know she's not too disappointed that I don't compete. It was like
we can bond over food now at a restaurant.
We can go to restaurants and go to Mexico now and drink. So there's no way I'd have done that, in the past. And that's kind of life has to have their your happy mediums, I guess. So the younger generation, talking about how you guys are talking about raising money, it's. Things were, I'm 44, again, middle age or whatever, but it's like, I just remember things were harder, it just, things were, and even then I'm like, okay, well, imagine actually, they can't imagine this, but imagine standing up and walking up and changing the channel on the television, they're like, holy shit, you can't, or, not having a cell phone and having to communicate, but yeah, actually standing up and turning the dial on the, but things were harder, but you just had to do it. There was a book I read, I'd highly recommend it. It's called The Comfort Crisis. It talks about how we have it so freaking good that when something doesn't go someone's way, especially some of the younger generation, it's like they don't know how to cope with it because it's like it's been so good that it's just, like we still say roll the window down. No one rolls their window down. You push a button. Nowadays, you don't have to start your car. You literally push a button. If your key is somewhere in the vicinity, your car will start. Remember back when you had 2 keys to your car, your ignition and the door. You actually had to go, it was freezing out in the middle of the freaking winter. You're trying to get your keys out. And they're like, what are you talking about? But that was hard. In the scheme of things, it's not that hard, but things, so that's why I say, like in the gym or whatever it is, or maybe even a diet, it's just like, no, it's a hard thing. But yet, if somebody really, really wants to have a good year, you have to embrace things that are very difficult. I think we have to find things that run the risk of looking stupid or failure. Getting up and speak, I look stupid all the time, right? But yeah, I'm at the point, I'm like, I have no problem putting myself in situations that I could potentially look stupid. I don't care anymore, and I'm comfortable in it. But yet at the same time, it either runs a risk of looking stupid or running the risk of having failure. In those positions where we shy away from difficult, hard things. I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to run the risk of failure. And we just keep backing up into our little corner, and the next thing you know, you're kind of like, life kind of, like, man, I should have tried harder things. I should have tried more things. I should have struck out more, right? I should have done, because, they've done all the studies at nursing homes and stuff, and all they do is, they talk about things they should have done. We rarely regret things we do, very rarely. Yes.
I was about to say, if you never go out, actually go and try something, you ain't never gonna. find
Yeah,
out.
it's just that is so. It's just, but yet we live in this world of don't do this, and and that's why I try to try like crazy with my kids, because it's like kids can do anything, and then as adults we kind of, hey, don't it's like they weren't interested in the light socket until you put something in it, like they weren't touching it. And then they actually locked themselves in the house once because he put this little door thing on, right? But it's like, but yet we do that with kids because we don't want them to get hurt. I don't want my kids getting hurt, but sometimes you're kind of like, and then we teach them how to be so cautious in life. Now there's a happy medium, but and that's why like, what does that have anything to do with working out? It's the same thing. It was nerve-wracking for you to reach out to me to help you. I mean, it's just nerve-wracking. We build this up to be some, another man asking another man for help. It's like we build this up to be this big, anxiety attack, because you were nervous, not because what I was going to tell you. You were nervous because of the stuff you knew that I was going to tell you had to stop doing. It's like.
And the money was a huge issue.
Yeah.
It's expensive. But after the first go around, I was like, shit, I sold my tractor and come back and did it again. So.
Because it's an important thing. There was another guy I know when you were up there. He's Jeff. He's almost down 100 pounds now. He's like this close to being my 30. But that's nerve wracking. That's putting yourself out there. That runs the risk. Man, what if it doesn't work, or what if this doesn't do that? So, but yeah, you're talking. But that's why I was telling people. It's like if you start something, especially with diet, especially with fitness, it's like just start moving, get in position. Maybe it is baby steps. We work with she works with a ton of moms, because moms are just y'all put everything in front of you, which is a great thing. Moms are like but it's like that it's like that analogy of an airplane. Put your own mask on before you can assist your kids, and it's like moms are just like give, and there's like nothing left at the end of the day. And it's like, no, you have to, she's constantly working with moms that go out and take care of themselves first so that they can go out and take care of their kids better. One of the best things a daughter can see is their mom committed to something, succeeding at it, and doing well at something, not just, mom can cook real well and fold my laundry. It's like, no, like that's not the number one thing a daughter needs to see their mom doing is, succeeding at something and, being that example. And it's hard because, again, they're constantly, we have 2 kids in sports, and it's everywhere. It's a different world now. So anything else? Any other questions? How much do you bench? They're trying to size me up here.
No, I already sized you up doing that. I'm too old for that. Oh yeah.